This is my post-election recap. First of all, congratulations to Mikey Sherrill on winning the election. I hope she lives up to her promises of making New Jersey more affordable and controlling the electricity cost. I have no hopes for her to tackle the overdevelopment that we are experiencing in our suburban areas, and I have no hope of her providing more state aid to suburban school districts because most of her aid, the Democrats will fund the urban districts like Newark, who receives $1.3 billion in school aid. Meanwhile, Republican districts like Toms River and other municipalities, school districts are in jeopardy of closing their doors because they don't receive sufficient school aid from Trenton. So I hope she does well for the sake of New Jersey. Now it's time to govern and reach across party lines to work for the benefit of your constituents. That's an important part of governing. And I know this is going to upset some Democrats. The first act or statement that she made is that she's willing to work with President Trump to bring that aid into New Jersey. And that's what exactly you do as a leader. You saw Chris Christie do that during Superstorm Sandy, bringing Obama in because the New Jersey shore needed critical governmental aid from the federal government. So I hope Mikey Sherrill works with President Trump to make New Jersey more affordable and bring much needed relief to our residents. Now, my post-election recap, and I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers here. First of all, I'm going to give you some reasons why the Republican Party lost. We had a non-existent and invisible state Republican chairman. And as a state Republican chairman, you have to be accessible, you have to be promoting your agenda, you have to be out in public, and you have to be demanding of your county chairman's accountability. You have to be asking your county chairmans, what is your plan to bring out the vote on election day? And how are you going to execute that plan? We have state leadership that is more intent on getting a photo op with political people than actually doing the work. And that leads to my reasons why we lost this election. Because number one, Republicans are lazy. Republicans don't like to put in the work, right? They start working on elections in September. Folks, you don't win elections that way. I start working in January and work throughout the year and making sure you're contacting your residents, contacting your voters, getting your message out. You have to be constantly working. I learned that growing up in Union City, and I worked with Senator Brian Stack back in the day to get out to vote for our town, our city. Right? That's how you do it. You hit the pavement. You don't sit back and take photo ops with whoever comes around just so you could be in a photograph. Each county chairman should have a plan. What is the plan? I don't know what our plan is in Bergen County. I really don't. I mean, you should be reaching out to your municipal chairs, to your mayors, and saying, what is your plan to bring out the vote on election day? And how are you going to execute that plan? Right? There's no follow through. There's no a systematic message to get out. This past election, 8 out of 10 Pascack Valley municipalities voted for Jack Ciattarelli. Why? Because we had a message. Overdevelopment. We're getting clobbered in overdevelopment in the suburban areas. A campaign missed the mark when you should be targeting certain areas of the state for messaging, and you failed to do that, right? So you need to have a coherent message. You need to, put to task your Republican county chairmen. They have to be the individuals that have a plan to get out to vote. We had none of that, and we continue to have none of that. We have people in the Republican Party that are lazy. They don't want to go out. They don't want to knock on doors. They want to wait until election day to start calling people. Could you get out to vote? And this and that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So get off the couch, get off your chair, start hitting the communities, right? Prove to your chairman, to your residents that you're working for them, right? Prove that you have a plan, right? Yeah, we work January, February, throughout the entire year to register people, to make sure they're registered for vote by mail, to take care of our constituents. The Republican Party doesn't do any of that. So hopefully we change. There's another election around the corner. We will continue to improve. There's only one way, and then that's going up. But again, thank you so much. Good luck this upcoming year to Mikey Sherrill. And for the Republicans, let's get together, figure out a plan, and let's start working. Thank you.